Greetings. This is Black Light. You know, we hate to see over and over again the tragic ending of a person's life. But there are lessons to be learned in everyone's life, from birth to death. Nipsey was a shining example of a brother living the American dream. As we know, it turned out to be an American nightmare, but this is our perception of being an American living in a world of prosperity. What he was demonstrating was if others could come over here, foreigners could come over here. I'm not blaming these brothers or these people, because a lot of them ain't brothers, but I'm not blaming them for coming over to America. And America is supposed to be at odds with their religion, Islam. So we're talking about the Muslims, Orthodox Muslims, or the Chaldeans. They come over and prosper in a black neighborhood or a black community. We show them love. We give them all our business. And this was, once Jews were the merchants. So the Arabs or the Chaldeans come over, Chinese and others, open up shop, and we patronize the business. Our music, hip-hop music and black music, R&B, pop, all that is us. We dominate the planet with it. So if one has talent in that direction, they're going to try to use it to become prosperous. With this brother, in one way, he was fortunate to do what, we should be doing, is making money in our own neighborhood, employing our people by being a proprietor. And so, so what if he did belong or was a member of a gang? We all was members coming up of gangs. And remember this movie, Angel with Dirty Faces, with James Cagney? And at the end, they fried James Cagney. But the preacher, because he was an example. He was made an example out of, The preacher was trying to get a group of young hoodlum teenagers who were in a gang to not to follow the example of James Cagney. And the preacher and James Cagney, they were tight. And so at the end, make a long story short, James Cagney got caught for murder and he fried at the end. But it turned the life of these young hoodlums around. See, he was an example. And everybody loved it, James Cagney in that movie. He played the hell out that part, you know. So, white man, you done you done had plenty of movies of gangs, you know, of guys going straight, you know, and becoming a prosperous and upright member of the community. So, what I'm saying on this video to all your Christians, religious people, who turns the pages of the scriptures? Because y'all stuck on the mark of the beast right now. Y'all haven't turned the pages yet. I'm going to call your attention to the fall of Babylon, chapter 18. Chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heavens saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Let me read that again. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached into heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Iniquities. So, just by reading that part, Honorable Elijah Muhammad, see, because this goes to reparation, what I'm saying. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you know, we don't want to be a part. We want to come out of you, come out of this sinful nation. And y'all been doing us wrong, killing us for 400 years and holding us back any kind of way you can. In times when one of us get a sign of prosperity that might supersede yours, you take them out, whether it be in money or in wisdom. So, you know, we want you to give us reparations in land, and we could form a country of our own. So that's where we're supposed to be at. We're supposed to be in the Bible, in the scriptures, building a new Jerusalem. It don't say nothing about Jesus coming back. It say Christ is coming. Christ is coming back. Not Jesus. Jesus' last name wasn't Christ. They didn't have last names. His name would have been Jesus ben Yusuf or Joseph. Ben meaning the son of Joseph. Jesus, the son of Joseph. The Christ is like a title. It's like an anointing of supreme consciousness and wisdom. So that supreme wisdom and consciousness is supposed to come back. during this time. The time is up. See, y'all still in the 6s. Y'all don't want to go to the 7. Y'all don't want to go to the 7. This is where I want to go to. Revelations, chapter Revelations, chapter 17, verse 5. I gotta hold this camera steady. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abomination of the earth. That's America. Then on Revelations 18, chapter 17, it says, For in 1 hour the great riches is come to a knot, and every shipmaster and all the companies in the ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping, wailing, saying, Alas, alas, the great city, wherein were made rich, and all that had ships in the sea. The reason's castle in 1 hour is made desolate, and in 1 hour is she has made desolate. Excuse me for the camera fade. I'm trying to read and hold this camera, you know. Did you not understand that? And so, in other words, she about to, what this part in the scriptures is telling us to come out of her, because she done fail. You know, ain't nothing left. You know, the fat lady done stopped singing. You know, the fat lady done stopped singing. So you know, separate yourself from it. But you know, these churches and everybody, they want to keep you locked in sin. They want to keep you locked in this city, mystery city called Babylon, but we know that they're talking about the United States. We're going to come back. Part 2. I'm not finished.